Good evening. Here we are for going to ground on Monday evening, not at the crack of dawn, I'm afraid, but Monday doesn't seem to work for me on that basis, and this is the first time I've had to just come to and get in touch with you. And I wanted this evening to share with you a hymn that came to mind yesterday, it being the Sunday when we remember St. Luke, the physician, and think about healing and the need for healing and those who provide it with God's help. And I was reminded of the lovely evening hymn, At Even Ere the Sun Was Set, which I discovered in my last parishes when around the same time I really personally discovered Prayer Book Evensong, which became a mainstay for me thereafter. And this was a favourite at that service in the little village church in Tandridge where we used to meet. And I was bowled over by this hymn. The melody is, I think, even 17th century. It's very old. The lyrics are from the 19th century, but they're so humane. And even though in traditional language, they're so contemporary and real and honest. I encourage you to search it out if you don't know it. And what I wanted to do this evening was to stop off on my way home from Salisbury and find a village church where I could sing it in a church with you and for you. But I had to dash back and straight into a meeting here this evening. So this isn't the right atmosphere or the right location to do the hymn. And it may sound a little bit peculiar or look a bit funny if I sit here and sing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And you can always turn off if it seems unhelpful. But I want to sing this hymn. I just think that it ministers to us in our real situation. See what you think anyway. See how we get on. At even ere the sun was set, the sick, O Lord, around thee lay. Oh, in what divers pains they met! Oh, with what joy they went away! Once more 'tis eventide, and we are pressed with various ills draw near. What if thy form we cannot see? We know and feel that thou art here. O Saviour Christ, our woes dispel, for some are sick and some are sad, and some have never loved thee well, and some have lost the love they had, and some have found the world is vain, yet from the world they break not free, and some have friends who give them pain, yet have not sought a friend in thee. And none, O Lord, have perfect rest, for none are wholly free from sin, and they who fain would love thee best are conscious most of wrong. O Saviour Christ, thou to what man thou hast been troubled, tempted, tried, thy kind but searching glance can scan the very wounds that shame would hide. Thy touch has still its ancient power, no word from thee can fruitless fall. Here in this solemn evening hour, and in thy mercy heal us all. Isn't that beautiful? Not the way I sang it. That was not entirely tuneful. But the words, the melody is lovely, but the words, the line that struck me almost to tears when I sang this, and I was behind the altar, so I had to hold it together, was they who fain would serve thee best are conscious most of wrong within. Golly, that's a line for ministers of all kinds. They who fain would serve thee best are conscious most of wrong within. So true. And I felt utterly convicted by that the first time I sang. And then just the humanity of Christ, oh Saviour Christ, thou too art man, thou hast been troubled, tempted, tried. Thy kind but searching gaze can scan the very wounds that shame would hide. Oh, it's beautiful. Some have found the world is vain, yet from the world they break not free. That's the tragedy of it, isn't it? And some have friends that give them pain, yet have not sought a friend in thee. Every line by Henry Twells, those lyrics. Every line is right on the nail, I think. And as I say, honest, truthful. And so I trust some of that reached you this evening in your humanity, friends, just as you are this night. I posted on Twitter, not Twitter, but on Instagram last night, a picture of this hymn. Said that I missed it, and I do miss singing this congregation. And I said it was best sung at low light in a damp church with a few people who mean it. Well, I think, and I'm sure that some of you will, with me, mean those words this night. So may God in his mercy heal us all. God bless you as you go to ground.